What's happening, people? The Liverpool Prophet back again with another match reaction. Liverpool won, Tottenham Hotspur won. The points this afternoon were shared between Liverpool and Spurs. I'm gonna be honest. That's a result that I didn't see coming. I didn't expect to see coming, but somehow Liverpool yet again from having an advantage with Chelsea dropping points, with Villa losing, have mocked up an opportunity to go into fourth place and create a little bit of a gap. Um, Before we get into the match reaction, people, do remember, drop a like on the video, sub to the channel. Liverpool fans, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below on that result, on the performance, and everything about that game. Let me know everything down below. Interested to hear your thoughts and opinions. And of course, turn notifications on as well, so you know whenever future content drops. Having said all of that, let's waste no more time and get straight into the match reaction. So Liverpool won, Tottenham won. Firstly, credit to Tottenham. Credit to Tottenham here. They are a team who are they're not in a good position at the moment. They're in a very bad position, to be fair. In the build up to this game, I'm excluding myself here, but a lot of people were saying that this was going to be a smashing. This was going to be 6-7 goals for Liverpool. It was going to be an easy game. I never said that. I go into every game expecting a tough game. I do. And Spurs today, I think, were well deserving of their point. You know, a lot of people will say they don't have the heart, they don't have the fight, the courage. Today, I think they showed heart, fight, and courage, especially in that second half. Even the first half, to be fair, if it wasn't for the Soboslai wonder goal from the free kick, it would have been 0-0. We would not have scored. So they played well in the first half, very compact and deep. Second half, I've got to be honest, you got to give them their flowers. They showed some courage, they showed some heart and fight, and that's what you can ask for in when you're in at times like this. That's what you want to see. Um, Again, they came out more in the second half, um, pushed it further, pushed on further, should I say, made it end to end, and ultimately they were well deserving of their equaliser. Can't argue against it. Can't, you know, it was a well deserved point. They deserved something from the game. Um, I knew it. I said in my preview, watch out for Richarlison. Richarlison is a player that Liverpool need to watch out for. People looked at me sideways when I said watch out for Richarlison. I'm telling you, against Liverpool, that man ups his game. That man plays like he's possessed whenever he plays Liverpool. Scored against us at the reverse fixture and last season. Even though we slapped him, he scored the only goals. Year before that, scored against us. The ex-Evertonian in him is just never going to go away. He's a blue at heart, let's be honest. So every time he plays Liverpool, he's just up for it. And he always bags. And I said he's someone to look out for. Spurs created about 4 clear-cut chances today. Obviously, the goal was one, and another 3 after before that. All 4 of the chances they created were Richarlison. Richarlison was the one at the helm of all 3 of those chances. So he was the danger man for them today. And I said, watch out for him, and we didn't watch out for him. What happens? He's the one who nicks a point for them at the end. But yeah, look, credit to Tottenham. They played very well today. You know, a big improvement from getting slapped up midweek, and of course, what happened? What's been happening to them the last couple of weeks against Arsenal, Palace, and Fulham as well. So credit to them. If they play like that against Forest next weekend, they should win. Let's be honest, they're at home, so they should get the victory. So yeah, good luck to Tottenham for the rest of the season, and a good, well-deserved point today. But from a Liverpool perspective, let's be honest, guys, that was nothing short of terrible. We've got to be totally real. That was nothing short of terrible. In the lead up to the game, I said it wasn't going to be an easy game because Liverpool have a tendency to make games harder than they need to be. And that's, I think, to an extent, why Spurs played well today. I think we also did that as well. We made the game harder than it needed to be. In the first half, I could have called what was going to happen. Spurs came. They were going to sit in a low block, sit deep, defensive, and make it hard for Liverpool. We had a lot of the ball in that first half. But let's be honest, did we really create anything? You know what I'm saying? We got into good positions, but again, it's what I say. We're too scared to shoot in moments, too scared to take a risk and shoot. Always got to look for the perfect goal. We wouldn't have scored in that first half if it wasn't for Soboslai's wonder free kick goal. Which, by the way, big up to him again. Yet again, he steps up for us with another free kick goal. It's becoming standard at this point. He's done it against Arsenal, City, other times this year as well, and he did it again today. It's just, you may as well just put him on free kicks for the rest of his Liverpool career. So he stepped up today. But other than that, in that first half, did Liverpool really do anything? Yes, we had a lot of the ball. Yes, Tottenham was sat back and was surrendering the ball to us. But did we really do much other than the goal? No, not really. You know, Tottenham were very comfortable. You know, we didn't test them really. And that's something I didn't like. Something I didn't like because they are vulnerable at the moment. You got to put pressure on teams that are vulnerable, especially seeing as we were the home team as well. Made zero sense. The lineup was a bit odd as well. I can't lie. The lineup was odd. Slot went very strange. Kanate was out of the lineup. Gomez was in that centre back, which is weird because he doesn't really trust Gomez. But then he puts him in against Tottenham in a game we need to win. He plays Soboslai right back and Frimpong right wing. What? Why? Why not play Frimpong right back and Soboslai up top? Zero sense made there. And then up top, he made a lot of changes. Gakpo do the centre as the striker. Rio actually got a start, which was good. I was glad to see Rio getting a start off the left, and I think he had a good game overall. Just again, needs to be braver in moments for me. Rio and Gamoa does needs to be braver in moments. Rather than just going back over time, take a shot, be brave. Other than that, I think he had a good game. But him starting was a shock. Wirtz was in the 10, and then Frimpong on the right wing again. The manager changed. It's like he was experimenting, and it's not the time to be experimenting, if we're being honest. Part of me feels like I do feel like Slot is prioritising that Champions League game. When I looked at my lineup today, I got the sense and I got the feeling that the manager is prioritising the UCL game on Wednesday night because he knows at the end of the day, his job and his Liverpool management career depends how far he gets in the UCL, which is why I think he dropped the likes of Salah, Ekitike, Konate for this game. Kirkez as well, by the way, Robbo played. I feel like he was looking at this game as kind of a free hit, which he shouldn't have been because we still need to get top 5 in the league along with doing well in Europe. But I feel like he just wrote this game off. I feel like Slot kind of wrote the game off and looked at it as a free hit and he prioritised the game on Wednesday night, which again, to be fair, that is the more important game because we need to progress in that tie. So I can see why he did it, but I don't agree because we needed the win as well. We needed the win today too. And him going weaker, dare I say, cost us. You know what I'm saying? But the first half from us was poor, I'm going to be honest. Other than the goal, we had a lot of the ball. I take that back, actually. We weren't poor, but we didn't do a lot in that first half. Had a lot of possession, playing the ball around pretty well. Spurs sat in a low block, but we didn't test them. Other than Soboslai's strike, that was a goal. Did we really test Tottenham in that first half? Not really. We got into good positions, mind you. We were in good positions, but again, just not brave, not taking a shot, not putting the cross in, trying to recycle the ball around on the edge of the Spurs box, looking for that perfect goal. It's annoying. It's very, very annoying when we do that. So the first half wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. I think we were a bit fortunate due to that wonder strike from Soboslai to be going in at halftime, 1-0 up. A lot of people would have expected us to be 3-4 up at halftime. I didn't. Like I said, I expect every game to be tough. And again, today was a tough one. Second half was a lot different. From the off, Liverpool didn't really get going in that second half. We didn't. Got to keep it honest. Spurs, obviously, look, they were up against it. They were 1-0 down in a bad position. Their rivals, I believe, West Ham obviously got a point against City yesterday. Fulham, the last time I checked, they were winning 1-0 against... Forest were winning 1-0 against Forest last time I checked. Don't know what the full-time score there was, but their rivals picked up points this weekend. Spurs were in a bad position. They couldn't continue to play the way they did in the first half, in the second half, in my opinion. Again, they had to go for it. They had to be braver. They had to take a risk. And they did. The second half kicks off. Instantly, Spurs are pushing up a bit more, playing a bit more, getting on the ball more, trying to create more. And I think Liverpool, again, we didn't control that second half well. I think, again, we were 1-0 up. All we needed to do was keep the ball, control the game, and work our way up the pitch because I feel like we could have bagged. You know what I'm saying? But zero control. We let them, like I said, we let them dictate it a bit more. We let them get on the ball a bit more. And it became end-to-end. Very, very end-to-end. We couldn't keep the ball. They couldn't keep the ball. Every time they got the ball, they went forward with it. Every time we got it, we went forward with it. And we did have chances, to be fair. Salah had a chance. Jogushin made an absolute mare of it. Salah should have bagged. Don't know how he did it. Salah, in his prime, would have bagged that easily. Ekitike, again, wasteful when he came on, in my opinion. Wasn't happy about that. Gakpo, wasteful. One or two other players were wasteful in that second half because there were chances when Spurs were pushing forward. We were getting the chance to break. And we just weren't clinical on the break. We were just not clinical on the break. If we were clinical, maybe we could have finished it off. But again, they were also pushing on. They were also getting opportunities. I feel, again, they were a bit wasteful because they had a lot of opportunities to put decent balls into our box. And I feel they were wasteful with it. But it was 1-0. And the longer that game went on 1-0, the more I said, because we're not being clinical whenever we get our chances, they're going to get one and they're going to bag. And that's exactly what happened towards the end of the game. When it got to the last 5 minutes, I was starting to think, okay, we'll see this out. We'll see this out and we'll win 1-0. But then that fucking chance came. No one tackles Kolo Muani. He's just running around. No one's tackling him. It's a complete nightmare that we make at the back. Richarlison gets there, taps it in. It was an easy goal, but he makes it 1-1. And him, I said he was going to be a problem. I said he was going to be the one to watch out for. And nonetheless, who's the one who bagged for them? Who's the one who scored? None other than Richarlison. Shock horror, right? Shock horror. Then it's 1-0. And then, to be fair, we knew it was going to finish at 1-0. Then the manager goes and brings Federico Chiesa on, which makes zero sense to me. Why bring him on in when the game's almost done? That didn't make sense. Again, with the way Spurs played in that second half, they were well deserving of a point. Showed some good heart and fight, which is probably something their fans can take away from this game and feel some sort of confidence going into the next couple of games that are big for them. For Liverpool, look, not good enough, man. This is a game on paper with the injuries Tottenham had as well, guys. With the injuries that Tottenham had as well, should have won. You know what I'm saying? They had a lot of injuries. No fit centre-back pairing. Van der Ven and Romero both out. We should have won this. We should have won. And we somehow screwed it up. We somehow screwed up because Slot wanted to experiment with the lineup and because we were not clinical and didn't turn up on the day. Credit to Spurs. Got the point, did what they did. But for us, it's not good enough. It's not good enough, man. Especially when you look at Villa getting slapped up by United today. When you look at Chelsea losing 1-0 at home to 1-0 at home to Newcastle. We had another opportunity. To get into fourth place, open a gap on Chelsea, chase up behind Villa, and yet again we screw up. We're only 1 point above Chelsea now, which is nothing because we've got to play them as well in a couple of weeks' time. So we screwed up today. We screwed up big time. And again, I feel bad for one player in particular, and that is Szoboszlai, because he scores a crucial goal. He steps up for us again, and the rest of the team let him down. Defensively, we were shocking for their equaliser. We were shocking. I mean, where do we go from here, man? Watching that performance today, does that fill you guys with confidence going into the Galatasaray game on Wednesday? Doesn't fill me with confidence. If we play like that against Galatasaray for the whole 90 on Wednesday night, we're not making it do. We aren't making it do, let's be honest. We're not. So that, again, what a way to fill us with confidence going into that game on Wednesday. Put in a performance like that. But Slot did rest a lot of key players. My only hope is that they're a bit fresher for that Wednesday game and they come back in and we're able to get that over the line. But honestly, after watching that today, I'm not confident for that second leg against Galatasaray. I'm not. I'm genuinely not. If we're struggling against Tottenham, all due respect to Tottenham who are down there, what hope do we have against Galatasaray in a Champions League knockout game? And we're chasing the game as well too, by the way. There, we're chasing the game. Just not good enough, man. And again, I can't keep saying the same stuff over again, but it just goes to show how incompetent Slot is. Goes to show how incompetent Slot is and how desperately we need a managerial change in the summer. He's not going anywhere this season. We may as well accept it. There's only 7 games left in the season. There's no point getting rid of him now. We're going to have to just ride this out and hope we can salvage something by the end of the season and look back on it with some joy. But it's just not been good enough overall. Overall, not been good enough. And what can I say? You know what I'm saying? We were poor. And we gave Tottenham a point. A well-deserving point for them, of course. But I don't know how we managed to do this. I genuinely don't. You know what I'm saying? Genuinely. Not confident now for Wednesday. Not confident at all. I'm feeling we could genuinely end up going out. Genuinely. Play like that, we've got no chance. But yeah, guys, that is it for today's match reaction. Like I said, credit Spurs, not good enough for Liverpool. We're just going to have to march this off, I suppose. Bust it off and go again. Let's go against Galatasaray midweek now. See if we can overturn that. Put in a better performance. Go again next weekend against Brighton away. 12:30 kickoff at the Amex. That's going to be a tough game as well. Brighton away at the Amex is always tough. So we're going to have to start picking up, man. And also, we haven't won in a while now. That's 2 back-to-back Prem games we haven't won. Lost to Wolves last time out, due today. In between that, we've lost to Galatasaray as well. So we need to start getting back to winning ways again. Oh, man. This team. The sooner the season ends, the better for us. The sooner this season ends, the better. You know, we can look again in the summer, make some investment, get the new coach in, and hopefully go again next year. Or we can see this season here as a blip in the road. But yeah, that is it for today's match reaction, guys. If you have enjoyed it, drop a like on the video. Do of course sub to the channel. Turn notifications on as well, so you know whenever future content drops. And guys, Liverpool fans, let me know your thoughts on that game down below in the comments on the Liverpool side. If you're a Tottenham fan, get down low in the comments as well. Let me know your thoughts too. Interesting to hear what you guys think. But yeah, that is it for today, guys. I'll be back tomorrow, going live, discussing a bit more about the game. And yeah, we'll work my way through the week to the Galatasaray preview, Galatasaray look ahead to Galatasaray watch on Wednesday, and then further along the week we'll look ahead to the Brighton game for Saturday. But yeah, other than that, guys, I'll speak to you all soon. Liverpool profit out. Peace. Catch you all soon in a bit.